Hello, and welcome to our continuing series of writing resources for kids. Today's resources will focus on things that parents can do at home for writing with kids, especially if you have a reluctant writer or an emerging writer who needs some interesting writing motivations to practice good writing. The first resource I'd like to talk about is the writing section of the Reading Rockets website. And this is an article called 7 Great Ways to Encourage Your Child's Writing by Amanda Morin. And I just want to mention a couple. The first one is write a convince me letter. So if you have a writer who is not so motivated by writing a funny story or an essay, you could have that child argue with you in writing. So they could pick something they don't agree with, like allowance or bedtime, and have your child write you a letter trying to convince you to change your mind. The catch? She has to use facts, quotes, and logic to back up her argument. So, a persuasive letter. And the other one I wanted to mention is called Play Fortunately/Unfortunately. This turn-taking writing game is based on a classic kids book by Remy Carlip called Fortunately. So you'd start by saying something like, fortunately, it was a sunny day, and then pass the paper to the next person, and they have to add something unfortunately. Unfortunately, I had to clean my room. And I like their ending strategy, keep going until the story is too silly to continue. The second resource I discovered is called Pickle Bombs, Fun Free Printable Writing Prompts for Kids. And I will link that down in the description if you want to go to this page and get those printables. The author, Kate, said she had a 7-year-old son who loved to draw, loves to read, has cool ideas, but doesn't like the physical act of writing because, in his words, it's boring, it's too hard, it's not fun. So if you have an emerging writer who just finds the actual physical act of writing to be difficult and not really fun to practice, you might want to try one of these principles or similar, where you can start with a drawing and then move on to describing that drawing. So a creature, a face, a meal, something that you can draw first, and then that will lead to actual writing practice. The third resource I want to mention today is Writing Skills from timeforwriting.com. This is their free resources area of their website. You do not need to purchase their content to get to these resources. So here we have printables, videos, presentations. This particular section is about essays. So we have starting hooks for essays, ending an essay with a cliffhanger, something for the reader to ponder, even developing typing skills for your essay, figurative language, and this one particularly, painting a word picture. Painting a picture using words through descriptive writing takes practice. When a writer can make readers feel as though they are right there at the scene, the essay becomes vividly alive thanks to descriptive writing. So these tools are for writers who are a little bit older, a little bit more advanced. They know the basics of writing an essay or other forms of writing, but this is to enrich their style and really figure out what elements make writing come to life. Usually I like to do 3 resources for each one of my videos, but I just wanted to mention this fourth resource, 7 tips for teaching creative writing in your homeschool from inallyoudo.net. Even if you don't homeschool, these could be fun writing games or extensions you could do at home to practice writing and just enjoy it. So one of the things I thought was interesting was to show a good example, because you may have heard even many times that it's great to be a model of reading, which is certainly a help to creating readers, is to show that reading is something that you do too. Be a good model of reading. But I hadn't thought really so much about being a model of writing. So to get your kids to see how fun writing can be, it says if they see you doing it and having fun with it, for creative writing. So you could write a story together, set a timer, and see who can craft the best story. Have a competition and invite a family member to judge, or let them choose the topic for you to write. That last one is my personal favorite, because I can totally imagine a kid saying, write a story about a dragon with a horde of jelly beans and they're aliens, and then you as the adult have to take that story idea and run with it. So I can encourage you to check out inallyoudo.net writing tips. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more writing videos in the summer. The Newburgh Free Library is currently in the process of planning our summer reading program, and that will include a writing series. So the first week of June, take a look at our calendar and our summer newsletter for more information. Thanks again for watching.